Hello friends, welcome to my channel Nihira. In this video, let me explain how to implement charts in Angular 17 standalone template. For doing this implementation, I am going to use the third-party library Chart.js. Using this library, we can implement the below charts. So the first one is bar chart, then pie chart, bubble chart, scatter, donut, polar area, and radar chart. For the data purpose, we can use the JSON Server REST API. Okay. So let me go to my application. So I have one db.json file and I added some static values as the object format. For the example purpose, we are just considering the sales based on the year wise. Okay. And also we have included some color codes for showing some differentiation. So let's start our implementation. As usual, the first step is we have to install the packages. So the package is npm install chart.js. Okay. Okay, the installation is completed. We can verify from our package.json. See the chart.js is installed. The latest version is 4.4. Okay. Okay, next let me run this application. Okay, application in running mode. And I have created one component also. The name is my chart. It is mapped into the router side. I mean in this routing. So we can check the response also. So currently it's don't have any changes. Okay. Now let me go back to our component side. So in this component, first we can register our chart. And then we can have one constructor. We can get the data. So as I mentioned, we are going to use the JSON Server API and we added this object also. Let me run this API. Okay, this is our API endpoint. So using that we can work for the services. So before that, let me create one model file. The name we can give us the sales data. Okay. We can change the data type based on this, based on the sample data. The color code is string. Okay. And let me format this one. So next in our services, let me have one function. Again, this one also a get method. Here we can use our API endpoint. Okay. Since we know our return type, it is the array and the class is sales data. So next in our component side, we can inject the same services. Next, let me create one function here. Load chart data. So here we can call our services. So next let me declare one variable and then whatever response we are getting from these services that we can include in this variable. Okay. just formatted. So let me implement the ng in hook. So in this hook, we can call this function, okay, load chart data. So next in this chart implementation point of view, I mentioned 7 types of chart, okay. So we can start from the bar chart. So in this HTML side, we can have one, two, and here we can have one canvas, and we can provide the ID bar chart, okay, and we need to provide the title also. Then I'm using this h2 tag. So next in our TS side, we have to write the function for rendering the chart. So in this function, we can initiate our chart. So in this object, so as I mentioned, first we are implementing the bar chart. So we have to pass the chart ID, okay? Okay. And in this object, we have to pass the other properties. The first one is type. I am choosing this is the bar chart. And the next property is data. And the final one is options, okay? Okay, next in this data, we need to pass the AP data, okay? So that we cannot directly do. So we can declare some more variables. So the first variable is label data. So the default value is empty. The same way, let me declare two more variables, okay? One is label and another one is the real data, and the final one is color. Because we had these three properties, okay? So the next thing is we can check like if it is not equal to empty, let me generate the for loop. So here first we can push into label, okay? Label we can use this year, okay? So the same way we can do for the other objects. The next one is real data. The real data means the value. So in our point of view, this is the amount, okay? And the final one is color data. Then it should be color code. So since we know the data type, we can use the exact name also. Okay. So next in our render chart, we can have some parameters. So the first one is label data. The data type is, and the second one is, so in our case, I know the data type. That's what I have provided like this. So if you want using something globally, then you can say any. That also fine. So next in this data side, we have to include this label. For this label, we can use the parameter label data. Okay. And the next one is data set. It will expect the array. Okay. Here we can have one object. So in this object, we can use the data. For this data, we can use the value data. And in this background color, we can use this color data. Okay, these are the basic changes. Okay, so here this ID is nothing but this bar chart that we declared in our HTML side. Okay, this is the connection between the HTML and the TS side. So let me save this one, and also we can call this function just as saved. Now we can see the response. See, so in this top it's saying undefined. That let me confirm, but otherwise see the values. So we provided the color, that's what it is coming like this. So in case if I am removed this color object, it will take the default color. Okay, so in 2021 we added 17. So let me change the data and we can confirm. For 2000, I'm adding one more set of record. Okay, 2022. See, we have another set, and also let me uncomment the color also needed. Okay, and additionally let me include some more properties. First, in this dataset section, I'm going to include the label. So before adding this label, see, it's showing us the undefined. Now I just added the labels and I'm saying sales. See, the color, it's actually denoting the sales. See, if I provide yearly sales, it should be like this. And the same way, because some other properties also like animation, bar percentage, bar thickness, and border radius. Okay, so based on our requirement, we can include the different properties. Okay, and in this option side, here also have some different properties. For our example purpose, I am including the scale. Okay, so it started from 0. Basically, it is started from 0. So in case if I provide this as false, then it is taking from the lower value. So the defaultly it should be true only. Okay, if it is not needed, then you have to give this false. So okay, now we completed this bar chart. So next let me move on this pie chart. Okay, for the pie chart also, let me have one section. The ID should be pie chart. Okay, and we can customize this function. Okay, I'm going to have two more parameters. One is chart ID. The data type should be string. Okay, and another one is chart type. That data type also string. Okay, and here writing another function, render bar chart. Okay, I just called it here. So here we used to get this parameter. So after that we can call our actual chart here. Okay, and here also we can pass all parameters one by one. So additionally I'm going to pass this chart ID. and the type also bar. So next, instead of this hardcode value, I would say chart type and also chart ID. We are getting some error, the comma is missing. Okay, now it is fine. So here also the spelling mistake. So let me see. The chart is working fine. So next, for this pie chart, we can have the another function. The name should be pie chart. Okay. And the only changes are, instead of the bar chart, we added into pie chart. This is the ID. So we have included in our HTML section also. The chart type is pie chart. So the same way we can call in our ng on in section. See the response. So the next chart is Doughnut chart. So label and other things are fine. We need to create the function Doughnut chart. And the first one is type. So if you are unable to find the type, then we can select it from here. Doughnut. The ID we can map in our HTML side. So in this type we just changed. We can use the chart type. The Doughnut chart also loaded fine. Okay. The next chart is polar area. So here we can say polar area. PA chart. Okay. And we can write the function render PA chart. Here the ID is PA and then chart type is polar area. Here we can just confirm polar area only. So the polar area chart. Okay, we defined the function, but we not called in the onload section. See, so the polar area chart also working fine. And the next one is radar chart. So again, the steps are same only. And here also we are writing the new function. The ID is radar and the type is the radar chart. So the next one is line chart. That also we can use the same steps only. The chart type is line, and we provided the ID as line chart. Okay, the heading is not changed. Let me do that. See the line chart. Maybe the line chart. Let me move just a friend near to our bar chart. So we have done the 6 types of chart. So I'm going to implement 2 more charts. Okay, we have covered this bar by. So next let me take this bubble chart and this scatter chart. Both are bending items, but it's having some difference. Okay, so by adding this content in the HTML side, cell are a common. One is bubble chart and another one is the scatter chart. Next in our TS side, I just return two functions. One is bubble and another one is the scatter chart. So as usual, we can call in our ng on in section also. Render bubble chart and render scatter chart. But the implementation point of view, we can apply some changes. Okay, like in this chart, we can copy the content from here. Just we can do for this bubble chart, the data we cannot use here. Okay, so we cannot use the same data here. So that's why we are doing manually. The ID we know, it is the bubble chart. I just hard coded, and the type is the bubble. Maybe the parameters also, let me remove it from here. We can give some hard code data. Okay, we can remove this label also. So inside the data set, we have yearly sales, that's fine. And removing this background color. And in this data point of view, it is the array. Here we can add some static values. We can have object. Okay. Similarly, let me add another section. And also we can remove these options also. Okay, we can keep it as the empty object. And in this scatter chart also, I'm removing these parameters. Initially I just removed everything. See, so in case if you are adding some new records, see, so if required we can include the background color. So it is completely changed into red. And if I'm doing green, see first two are red, the final one in the green. Okay, yellow, red, green. Here the only thing is the data format is changed, so that's why we not reuse the same function. Okay, fine. So the same way we can complete this scatter chart also. Again, let me copy this content. The type is scatter. And I just added it here. See, so the yellow is the downside. Okay. Okay, now we have completed the 8 different types of charts using this chart.js. So still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.